Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. This is going to be a great one today. I'm super excited about this, super passionate about this. Again, this is Neil JT, and if you don't know this channel is called Authentically Yourself. And what I do is I help people become authentically themselves, be true to their identities, get rid of old beliefs, grow in their mindset, grow in their health, grow in their spirituality, just push their boundaries, developing themselves, healing themselves, getting them to where they need to be in their life.
I can see the fire that we made just to save us when we try to make up for never letting go. Said the things we promised not to say, then we break up just to start all over, even though we know.
So today, we're going to be talking about find your passion. I wrote a bunch of things up here. There's many more. There's hundreds and hundreds of things it could be. These are just some that came off the top of my head. And the reason I wanted to do this video is because I had a recent huge transformation happen in my life where, so I'm a contractor, handyman. I fix and build things. Build gazebos, decks, porches, install windows, doors, everything. I do everything. So I've been doing that. I started building homes, timber frame homes in Alaska in 2014, I believe, so about 9 years. And then in 2019, I was a bartender for many years, about 5 or 6 years. And then I got back into building and fixing things. And I've been doing that for a few years now. And what I realized, I get paid a pretty good salary from my job. So I pick my hours, I get to work when I want to work. And I realized like I enjoy what I do, but I'm not passionate about it. There's a difference. See, I enjoy it. Like I like building things. Like I like what I just talked about. Self-development is the same thing as when I'm building something and you start with like one piece of wood and then you have a gazebo at the end. You know, you're developing something, you're building it at the end. I love seeing that end result. Like, wow, this was the journey. We started here and now it looks like this. So I enjoy that process, but I've never been really passionate about it. And I've been thinking, lately I'm like, what am I passionate about? Like I wrote a list and I'm like, what am I passionate about? Like health, fitness, this, motivating, inspiring people. I love film. I went to school for film, actually. I wanted to be an actor for my whole life, and then I never did it because I was scared. My parents made me feel like I would not make it in Hollywood, and I actually got into the best acting school in the world in Los Angeles, Stella Adler, when I was 19, and I never went. So I have all these passions that I never did, and recently I've just been feeling just not good about myself, I guess. Like there's a void, a blockage, like there's something internally missing from me. Even though I make great money, I make my own hours, I haven't set an alarm clock in 3 years. So hearing that, you're probably like, that sounds amazing, like I want that. But at the end of the day, the money doesn't mean shit. You give me a Ferrari right now, that doesn't mean anything. And so what I realized this past couple weeks, my friend and I we were disassembling this big rack in a warehouse, and it was like a storage rack where you take a forklift and pick a pallet up and put it on a rack. It was like this massive rack, and so we had to take these rubber mallets and hammer out these 25-foot long steel beams that probably weighed 200 pounds. And I was hammering one of them out, and like she didn't want to go up to the second level, and so I put like a little makeshift stick in the other end after I popped the pin out, and then I went to the other end and was hammering out, and I was getting ready to move down the middle to like balance the weight, and it popped out early. The stick fell out and I had to catch the weight in my hand, and now it's like I pulled all the ligaments in my fingers, and I can't even I can't do dumbbell. I can't pick up a 20-pound dumbbell. I can't deadlift. I can't do shit. And so it was just a realization, and now just randomly my other hand is starting to hurt. I've been hammering, screwing, and glue gunning, and doing all that stuff for years. I think I'm starting to get like arthritis. My hands are hurting. It's a sign from God and the universe that I'm like, all right, the money is not worth it. Like, I'm not passionate about it. I don't want to be in a wheelchair in 10 years and not be able to play outside with my kids. This was like the sign that was like, and always watch for signs because they're out there. I swear, when I started looking for signs, they start popping up all the time. And it really does make a huge difference in your path. So the world and the universe will give you signs. And so this was my sign that was like, you're done. Like you got to get towards your passion. And I love motivation. I wanted to be a motivational speaker for many years. I took public speaking in college, did speeches in front of 500 people. No problem at all. Like I said, I went to acting school when I was younger, so I love that kind of stuff. Doesn't bother me at all. And so with the YouTube, I'm like, all right, perfect. Like I've wanted to do the YouTube forever, and I just keep putting it off. So this was like a sign for me to go towards my passion and stop doing what I'm doing. Today I had to fix this just random, like this lady had an ancient Chinese or like a Bali like medicine woman doll, like, and it was ceramic, and the head fell off because she just moved here, and like the leg and the arm, and I had to like glue this. It was huge. It was like 4 feet tall. I had to glue it all back together, and the glue she had was like expired, like fucking 8 years old. so I got it in the caulk gun, and I'm trying to glue this freaking head, this Chinese doll head, back on, and I'm like, I'm squeezing with all my might to try and get this like glue to just barely come out, and I had to use a ton, so my fingers are killing me right now. Point being, getting off track, I'm done. Like I'm gonna be doing little things here and there for income, but my passion is making videos, inspiring people to be their authentic selves. So with passion, what do you think you would want to do? Either in the art, health, you want to be an entrepreneur, have a business, maybe medical, entertainment, sports, music, sales. The world is really your oyster. One of the things that will help you figure out this is write down on a piece of paper, what am I passionate about? What do I enjoy doing? What do I like? What don't I like? So that you can start narrowing it down. You know, I think people get so caught up with picking one thing. And this is where I struggled with this my whole life, because I was a jack of all trades and a master of none. If you don't know what that means, it pretty much means you can do anything, but you're not really, really good at one thing. And it's funny because in high school, my friends were like getting into college to go to lawyers, to be a lawyer or to be an attorney or to be a doctor or whatever. And I'm like, how do you know at 16, you're about to go into 12 years of college and you know that that's it forever? Like forever? That's it? Like you know? And I was always a person, like I was good at lacrosse, baseball, hockey, basketball, gym, snowboarding, skateboarding, music, guitar, singing, I was good at everything. And it was a good thing and a bad thing, and it switched kind of over the years. But what I realized is like whatever I put my mind to, I can do it. But because I had an ego as well, I couldn't really hone in on one thing. Like my teachers would always say, or my coaches would be like, yep, 3 weeks and Neil's done. I would put in 3 weeks, and then I'd be like the best athlete, the best whatever. And then I'd be like, all right, I'm done. On to the next. Like I'm bored. And so I was a jack of all trades. And for me, what I realize now with your passion, like I didn't follow the one I really wanted to do because my parents made me feel like I wasn't good enough to do it. So I've tried to do everything else. I was like, I wanted to be a professional football player, a professional lacrosse player, a professional snowboarder, an actor, a race car driver, like all these like crazy things that you need to, that's like, you got to commit your whole life to do that one thing, right? That's not just like, yeah, I'm gonna be a race car driver next year, and then, after that I'll go to professional baseball, like freaking Michael Jordan and those other people. Like that doesn't happen. But what I realized is your passion, you can do your passion and it can change. One of my old mentors taught me this, and he started out as a basketball coach, and he was really passionate about, maybe you know him, his name's Jason Capital. He started doing basketball and he loved it, made millions of dollars doing that, and then he stopped. He was like, I'm not really passionate about this anymore. What else am I passionate about? And he was like, I'm really passionate about dating. I love like the psychology of dating. So then he started helping men learning how to date women and pickup lines and all that kind of stuff. And he did that for 4 or 5 years, and he was like, I'm not really passionate about this. What am I passionate about? And he was like, I really like the psychology behind marketing and like why people buy the things they do and how to talk to people in sales. So then he did that. So your passion can change. Don't think that like you have to it's like you're all in, like cards in, and like that's it for life, you know? And passions can transfer into other passions. It doesn't mean you have to like stop doing it. Like I could do this YouTube channel for 2 years and have a great passive income from it, and then transition it into doing the motivational speaking, and still do the YouTube on the side. Like it can still branch off into different ways. So don't be scared to pick a passion and just, you know, go with it, because it can change. Like it's not going to be the end all be all. I will say we are only here for an instant, so don't take your time with this. Like money does not mean anything. Inner happiness means everything. You do not want to be 70 years old and regret your whole life because you didn't go after what you wanted to when you could have. Because right now is the time. This is when the world is changing. There's so much going on. We all have the opportunity to be the best version of ourselves, be authentically ourselves. So don't wait, do it now. Like we can all be great and be who we want to be. Like I said, what I just discovered, look for the signs, look for what's going on. Like, I know it's going to sound mumbo-y jumbo-y, but like as soon as I started feeling like this hand thing happened for me, I started seeing all the numbers on clocks all lining up. 444, 222, 111, 1111, all the time. Like for the past 3 weeks, it's been all the time. And there's people that say like that's the universe aligning with you, or that's like your angel, like, or it's angel numbers and all this other stuff. I just think it's because there's no coincidences. Like 3 nights ago, I woke up at 11:11 to go to the bathroom, and I was like, whoa, that's weird. I went back to bed. I woke up to go to the bathroom again at 1:11. That just doesn't happen. That doesn't happen. So look for signs in the universe. One more thing I will say, when you're going towards your passion, you may have to let go of certain things. That might be beliefs, that might be your old job, that might be friends, that might be family. And you have to make sacrifices. You know, you can't get everything you want and have everything you want at the same time. And so I'll just share this real quick before I finish up with you guys. But I had to let go of my closest friend to go towards this YouTube journey and being a motivational speaker and living my dream life. I had to give up my closest friend, and it was very difficult. It's been a week and a half now, and she did everything for me. She was, you know, my greatest mentor. She taught me how to be a man. Like did everything for me. Just one of the most exceptional human beings on this planet. And I knew that because I had an attachment towards her, and I knew that if I couldn't separate that and let go, I would never go on my journey to being the best possible version of myself. So don't be scared or hesitant to let go of things, or an old identity of who you were, or an old belief system, or let go of friends. If you are passionate about something, don't let people hold you back, because at the end of the day, I think about it, like with her, I thought I could marry her. Like I could see forever with her, like fun, adventures, travel the world, all that stuff, kids. And if I had gone that route, if I had stayed on that path and stayed contracting, building, and not going towards my dream, I would have had the void in my heart still. I would have been missing the inside, the inner happiness. I would have had like regrets later on. So it would have never ended up working out anyway. So that's where you have to kind of, I don't want to say like try and live in the future, but really think about it. Like, you know, what's going to make you happy? Chasing your dreams, going after it, and then the universe and God will give you that special person, will give you that whatever you want later on. Go after your dreams now, and then focus on that. That's what I say, because that's what's going to get you the ultimate happiness, the ultimate inner happiness. Because if you go towards that, like you want that, you know, dream girl or dream guy and this and that, and you're not focusing on what you truly want, you're just, you know, making money and going through life in the motions, then it's going to come back to bite you later on because you're internalizing all of that stuff inside. You're just pushing it deeper and deeper down until what's going to happen when you're 45 or 55 or whatever, it's going to crack and you're going to have a midlife crisis. So that's just a word of caution for you guys. Take it for for what it is. That's what I had to do. It was very difficult, but I know that it was the right choice. And it's hard, but you got to do what you got to do. And at the end of the day, if you're not doing what you're passionate about, you're holding on to your gift that God and the universe and everything has granted you, then you are being a disservice to the world. So give your gift to the world, whatever it is meant to be. Don't hold back anymore. Get ready to change your life because it's going to happen soon. All right. So I hope that was helpful, guys. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's try and get this video out to more people. Get that YouTube algorithm. Keep crushing it. Let's hit this week hard. Just go after our dreams, go after our passions, get people to stay safe, guys. Their passions, be authentically themselves, and do what they were meant to do with this one chance, this one